Yeah, good morning, Lauren. We are still out here in Tippecanoe County, standing just above I-65 here, where, as you said, ISP has confirmed for us that 5 people are now dead following a fiery overnight crash here along the southbound lanes of I-65 here behind me. And I'm actually standing here with Indiana State Police Sergeant Kim Riley out of the Lafayette Post. Thank you for being here with us this morning, Sergeant Riley. Now, I want to ask you, we were just talking a little bit off camera. You were telling me a little bit of information about what's happening here behind us. As we see, the south and northbound lanes are both closed at this time, but as I understand it, the northbound lanes will be open again relatively soon. Can you tell me why?
Well, right now we're in the process of cleaning up the mess on the southbound lane. We've got one body we're still trying to get extricated from a vehicle. Once that is done, they will remove the emergency vehicles that you see in the northbound lane, and the northbound should be opened up. We're hoping within the next half hour, 45 minutes.
So you guys just heard it here. Within the next half hour to 45 minutes, the northbound lane of I-65 here in Tippecanoe County, should be reopened here soon. This is along mile marker 175. I believe that they have this closed off right now near State Road 25's exit. Now again, within the next 30 to 45 minutes, Sergeant Riley said. Now, as we said earlier, one small child is among 3 of the people dead involved in a van that was involved in this accident. Now, there were at least 2 semis and 3 cars that were involved in this accident. Now, the 4th person that we know of that was killed in this accident was driving, or was in a red vehicle rather. We do not know whether they were driving. And the 5th person was in the semi that he just mentioned. Now, Sergeant Riley did mention that there was a semi-truck driver that is currently being extricated. They're working on extricating him right now. And he is actually the one that I've been told caused the accident. I hate to phrase it like that, but essentially caused the accident here along the southbound lanes of I-65 this morning. And he is currently stuck and being extricated as we speak. But once they finish that, the emergency vehicles in the northbound lanes will be freed up, and they will free up the northbound lanes. Now, with that being said, I kind of want to move on here as well, Sergeant Riley. We also mentioned this is a construction zone we're looking at here behind us. So can you kind of give me some words of wisdom to impart upon our viewers this morning as to what they should be doing when they enter into zones like this?
Well, we've got signs basically all the way up at the 201 mile marker. This crash occurred about the 177 mile marker. I mean, there's signs. Pay attention when you're driving. I guess when you see construction signs, you want to make sure, slow down, be prepared to come to a stop, especially when the signs are telling you that slowed or stopped traffic is ahead. It goes down to 1 lane. When you got an interstate with a lot of traffic on it, it's always that chance that when you bring 2 lanes down to 1, you're going to have a backup. We had a backup here. Just the one driver just wasn't paying attention, wasn't listening to the signs or watching the signs, and basically this is what happens when you're not paying attention.
Thank you. Now, I've mentioned, the northbound lanes and when they're going to be open, the time frame there. But you also said it's going to be quite some time until the southbound lanes are open here that are blocked off near mile marker 178, the State Road 43 exit. And I understand you said it was about 4 to 6 hours of a time frame that we're looking at here to have those lanes freed up. Reason being because they're going to have reconstructionists coming out here and recreating the crash. Can you kind of talk about some of the other reasons why this isn't going to be opened anytime soon?
Well, we got, like you said, we got reconstructionists that will be doing the reconstruction of the crash, and then they have to unload the cooking oil off the tanker truck that caused the crash. And then there's also we got a load of frozen chicken that's basically all over the interstate right now. So all that has to be cleaned up. The truck's removed, and then the interstate's got to be checked to make sure it's safe to be on. There's oil spills from the engines of the semis and the cars. All that has to be cleaned up before we can let traffic run on the road.
As he did just say, there's a semi that was carrying frozen chicken. That is the red one you see here behind me. That was carrying frozen chicken, and the semi that rear-ended it, causing the fiery accident, was carrying cooking oil, and that was actually a tanker truck. I've just learned from Sergeant Riley here. Now, there was actually even a 6th crash victim, although I am told she was taken to the hospital. She was in the red vehicle with one of the deceased. I believe he was the 4th person that we named deceased in the red vehicle. There was another person in that vehicle that was taken to a local hospital here and is currently being treated. Now, there's no updates on her condition at this time, but as I've said, 5 people confirmed dead as a result of this crash. Another person currently sitting in the hospital right now. We're going to be on this scene all morning long. We actually have Skycam 6 up in the air right now, giving you an aerial view here pretty soon. So stick with us for the latest developments here coming out of Tippecanoe County this morning. For now, I'm reporting live, Eric Cox, RTV6.